Thank you for coming today to share your oral history of your recollections of your experiences while a student here at Chestnut Grove Elementary School. This project is being funded by the Conservation Fund. To get started, please state your name and would you tell me the schools that you attended?
Sylvia Chambers Allison. I attended Chestnut Grove and Amity after Chestnut Grove. After Amity, I went to Unity, back to Unity. I went to Unity and I finished my elementary, and then I went from there to I spent 2 of my high school years at Unity.
Okay, all right. And then where'd you go to college?
Well, after that, I went to North Iredell, and then I left North Iredell. I went to Livingstone College
Okay,
in Salisbury, North Carolina.
okay, thank you very much. So, what grades did you attend Chestnut Grove Elementary?
Chestnut Grove, thinking possibly because my memory is not the same, and I'm thinking from first grade to fourth grade,
Okay,
part of fourth grade, and then from fourth and fifth, I went to Amity School.
okay. All right, tell me about a typical day at the Rosenwald School, Chestnut Grove Elementary.
A typical day was I would get up in the morning, take my wash off from the bath that we'd had the night before, put on my clothes, help my little sister get ready, and my sister younger than me, and we got our clothes on, and I had to stand out on the side of the road because I was the first one to start the school.
So then once you got to school, what was the typical day once you got here to Chestnut Grove Elementary?
The typical day was we'd start off saying Bible verse and scriptures from the Bible. We listened to our teacher read them to us, and then some things she would ask us questions, and we'd answer her questions like, "Who is God?" Or what do you think of God? And I would say, God is the one that takes care of us and shows us love and teaches us love.
Would you do any pledge of allegiance or anything?
We pledge allegiance to the flag and all that. We did a lot of that. We pledged allegiance to the flag every day.
Okay, and then what subjects were taught?
Subjects were reading, writing, arithmetic.
Okay.
That's what they told us. So that's what we got in our heads. Reading, writing, arithmetic.
Okay. So what was your path after leaving college? What did you end up doing in your career?
In my career, when I went to college, we had a chance to venture out from our college teachers into different schools and areas and work with kids on their level. And we just talked and hugged and treat them like they was ours.
So did you end up becoming a teacher?
I did.
Okay.
And I taught school for 30 years at, uh, I started at Cool Spring Elementary and I went to uh, city school. I can't remember it now. I'll give
Okay.
it to you later.
That's okay. That's okay. So so at the time that you were attending Chestnut Grove, did you understand that you were going to a segregated all black school? Did they talk about it in school or how did you know?
We just knew when the day come that they said we were gonna have to go to a new school. we weren't informed of anything.
Okay. So then, with the new school that you went to was a white school?
And I
Okay.
went to North Idaho High School.
Okay. All right. So, do you remember, were your books new at Chestnut Grove, or what type of books did you have?
No, we always had the old used books. They had been used and they were from some of the city schools. They had the names in them, but I don't remember. And we had to read them or do our work from them.
Okay. Was there any type of discipline that you ever saw being used at Chestnut Grove?
Uh, you didn't you didn't act out in the black schools because you had been taught how to do and act at home. You learn a lot from home then, back in those days. And you weren't supposed to call names, and if somebody called you a name, you ignored them or tried to ignore it, and you just had to take it and keep going and be good.
Hmm.
Love everybody.
Okay. So, what kind of bathroom facility? Were you in this building or were you in the older building when you went to school?
Well, I guess I remember this building
Okay. So you had
because,
indoor bathrooms when you went to school here? Indoor bathrooms or outdoor bathrooms?
as far as I know, it was indoor.
Indoor. Okay.
Just
And what did you have for lunch?
well, we didn't eat in the cafeteria. My parents couldn't afford it, but my mama would make us uh, tenderloin biscuits, uh, ham biscuits, chicken biscuits. We had biscuits, and my mama could make the best biscuits, and they wasn't these thick runaway biscuits that you see now. They were just nice and small and just right. And sometimes she put jelly in, and she would make us cookies for lunch, homemade big cookies. She just made a good lunch for us. And sometimes she would put us food in little containers like corn and beans, and we were pinto bean lovers because my grandmother cooked pinto beans every day. And so that our grandmother was a sweet lady.
So you had some great lunches, it sounds like. So, thinking back on your time here at Chestnut Grove Elementary, what were some things that you were taught here as we get ready to end your interview?
We were taught to behave, respect the teachers, don't call names. Of course, my daddy at home, he would get on us, and my daddy told us, don't you ever call anybody a name. And that's the way we were taught. But I could truly see that everybody was not taught that. And so we couldn't call names or anything. And but we were ruffled with by if we were walking down the hall and one of those kids that didn't like us or something, they would try to start a fight or bump up against us and do, but we knew better. We had it ground in our head.
Just to go to school and get your education. That's right.
Go to school and get your education
Okay.
and act like you have been taught.
All righty. Well, I thank you so very much for this wonderful interview. You have a great day. Thank
Thank
you.
you.